So I am back on here to do another breakdown video, and this is probably going to be a long breakdown video because, as you can see by the timestamp, it's 10 minutes and 52 seconds. And this breakdown is going to involve Terrell Owens and his encounter with a Karen. And this happened at night. As you can see, it's clearly dark outside. You can kind of see Terrell Owens is right there, and he's holding the camera. And he basically got into it with this Karen over some vehicle stuff. Now, I saw a shorter video of it where it got to like the meat of this entire encounter, but I said, let me go to Terrell Owens' Instagram page and pull up the entire thing so y'all can see the entire encounter. So this one's going to have quite a few stop and goes in there, because clearly the video is too long for me to play the entire thing and then have to go back and stop and insert what I need to say. But either way, this is going to be a pretty lengthy stop and go type of video. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing is damn near 30 minutes or more longer because of how long the original video is. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started.
Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, we are live. We are live, and we got the police and everything. We got the police and everything. I'm good. What's up, sir?
What's going on, folks?
I'm driving to my mailbox. She telling me I'm speeding, telling me to slow down. First of all, I didn't harass you. She telling me to slow down. I said, what do you mean slow down? I said, yo, I'm just going to the mailbox. Then she goes, get the fuck out the middle of the road. First of all,
So here we go. Here it already is. So he's saying that he's going to his mailbox and she's wanting to come out and be the street police and tell him that he needs to slow down. He's just going to his mailbox. And mind you, this is at night, might I add. She just wanted to have a reason to kick up some dust. That's all it was.
I didn't almost hit you. Now you just making up stuff. No, just like a Karen.
You almost hit me.
How did I almost hit you? And I'm going to the mailbox. Yeah, I'd call you a Karen when I came over here after you said I called the police.
Let me just preface this right there. White women don't like being called Karen. If y'all remember, there was an article that went out around the time when the whole Karen thing really started to pick up steam, and you had some white women trying to say that calling them a Karen was a slur. Ain't nobody pay attention to that, but they really hate it when they get hit with that label.
Police. Absolutely. Then you went on to say, oh, I'm the subject of the HOA meeting, this and that and the other. I got liens and shit on my house, this and that and the other. Then you start bringing up my status, who I was, my HBO, my VH1. You the one brought it up, lady. I did it. You did it. You did.
Folks.
First of all, I didn't almost hit her. Sir, no, I'm fine, sir. First of all,
now notice what's going on right here. The cop is trying to calm Terrell Owens down, but he's not trying to silence the obvious Karen in this situation, as if he's, like I told you, that big black boogeyman thing plays a big part. It plays a big part. And then Terrell was saying something about she was bringing up his stats or something like that. So she's aware of who he is. She's aware. But I keep telling people all the time, just because you have all this money, you have this status, you could have been a star athlete or anyone in the field, in the realm of entertainment, they only see one thing. Now, this is going to play right into the video that y'all saw from me a little while ago, where that white woman was saying why conservative white women love black men. And that was actually the name of the video. And in that video, she was talking about a dominant force, how a lot of white women have to have a dominant force because they can't have it with white men. So she'll substitute, or she won't substitute, but she will feel the power of her own whiteness coming out when she's with a black man. Now, granted, this Karen is nowhere near being in a relationship with Terrell Owens, but in this moment, that's what she's trying to exude, is her power over him as merely being a white woman in America. And I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to jump too far ahead because something happens. Like I said, I heard the smaller portion of this audio or this video. And it's something she's going to say that's going to drive home that point I just made.
I didn't almost hit her.
I understand that. Just relax.
I'm not finna sit up here.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign. What are you talking about?
So now she's making stuff up. She said he ran a stop sign and he said there's no stop sign. Like they're literally at the exact location of where this whole thing kicked off. And he says there's no stop sign. He's looking over and showing that there's clearly no stop sign. So she's making stuff up. As Karen tends to do.
I wasn't, but I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're going to yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your fucking car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
First,
There you hear that. There it is. She said, you are a black man approaching a white woman. There it is. She said that clear as day. And the thing is, at first it sounded like she was about to have a Freudian slip as if she was going to catch herself to refrain from saying that. But she was like, F that. I'm going to just flat out say it. Let me run it back just a little bit so you can catch that.
He put his car in park.
right, because you're going to yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your fucking car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
You're a black man approaching a white woman. So now she's put Terrell Owens in this position as if he's, again, the big black boogeyman. This goes back to all it's a whole bunch of historical moments, a bunch of historical dark moments for black people in just her saying that to a black man. Now, keep in mind, Terrell Owens played in NFL for years. He's a dark-skinned man. He's a tall guy. He's swole. So he fits that archetype in what she's trying to convey. And when she said that, she's escalating it to the point where she's making it appear as if he's more dangerous than he is. And he's not even being dangerous in this aspect, but she's playing it up as if he is. This is the typical white woman for you. No matter how she leans politically, let's take that out of it. This is just her nature, period.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
Relax.
So you hear that her husband is there with her. She is acting out like this in front of her husband. I know her husband is very embarrassed. And this goes back to another video I did with the white woman inside of the bar hanging off, being drunk, hanging off this black man while her boyfriend is there. She's literally pushing her boyfriend, who is a white guy, away from her just so she can get around and be latched on to this black man who does not want to be around her.
You did. You put your car in park and you came after me.
First of all, I didn't come at you.
Yes, you did.
You can stop all of that, Karen.
Okay, listen.
Get out of here with all of that.
Listen, if you guys want me here, I can solve it.
He literally came after me.
Here she.
Now she's about to produce the tears. He literally came after me. And I think Terrell's about to point it out that she's producing the tears. Now here comes on the Oscar-winning performance.
He crying. There's Karen. Look at this.
Look at it. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her on her bike with the basket, and she's looking over. I guess that's her husband right there. Just another day in America being a black man.
This is unbelievable. Swear to God, I've never been a part of nothing like this. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Do you have your ID?
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it, but this is firsthand.
And now he's on live.
And now he's on live. And now he's on. Because see now, because he was off the thing. First off, he's been on live. He's been on live for the last almost 2.5 minutes. But now she's getting embarrassed. And Terrell Owens, of course, has a good, decent following. So it's a lot of people watching this. And then when stuff like this happens, of course, a lot of eyes are going to flock to that. Even people who don't follow him. It's just something that it just happens. This is how the algorithm works. Whenever you have these type of encounters, whether it's the police or these Karens, and you just happen to go live, everybody and their mama gonna flock to it, even if they do not know who you are. But because Terrell Owens, it was a major NFL superstar at one point in time, and people still know who he is, he still has a level of relevancy, people are going to flock to that. And those videos are going to get shared and everything. It's a good thing that he did go live. I'm telling you, the cell phone recording and videos is probably one of the best things that could happen for black people in these climates, in these times.
Oh boy, as she's crying. Oh my God, this is real. This is real. This is real. Here you go. Here you go, sir. This is real. This is real. This is real. This is real.
And that's why I say they don't, when I say them, talking about these white women are not far removed from their ancestors, because this is the exact same thing that their female ancestors before them used to do. But back then they probably didn't have to cry as much because they already knew what was going to happen regardless. They just had to say something and that was it. Nowadays they put on this whole act, and that's what they end up doing to try to get a black man hemmed up.
I've never seen, I've seen it, but I've never been a part of this. This is real life. And now she's crying. Her husband tried to tell her to go in the house, but now she wanted to do the whole Karen thing. So I'm going to be here with my camera to show everything.
See, and Terrell said her husband told her to go in the house and to leave it alone. But she wanted to escalate it into a whole nother thing. Again, going into that video, I was talking about how when white women are in a relationship or married to their own men, there's no power there for them to supersede their men. So they do all these extracurricular things to try to make it seem like they have this power themselves. And that's exactly what she tried to exude in this situation with who? A black man. Because she knew this wasn't going to fly with another white man. And she knows that.
First of all, you need to stop that.
You were speeding through the neighborhood.
He was not. I was in the garage.
You heard that? A black woman came to the rescue. I know a black woman's voice when I hear it. She said he was not. I was sitting in the garage. And Terrell just kind of looked over like, oh, thank you.
You're lying now because I was sitting in the garage.
She said I was First of all, I know what you're saying. No, I get you.
I got you.
No, this is real. This is real life in 2022. This is real life Karen stuff.
And that's the thing. She said, the black woman said, no, he was not, because I was sitting in the garage. If Terrell Owens was speeding, like this woman claims he was, you would be able to hear the engine literally flying down the street. You would have heard rubber burning the pavement. You would have heard that. When a car is speeding, you can hear that, opposed to when it's just casual driving, because when a car is speeding, the engine in the car itself just gets louder. And if he was actually speeding, he probably would have ended up hitting that woman. But thankfully, this black woman who came out and said he wasn't speeding, I was sitting in the garage the whole time. Let's continue. As Terrell family says, the plot thickens.
You're crying.
I've never seen, I've seen it on TV. I've seen it on video, but I've never really been a part of something like this. This is unbelievable. Then she brought up that I'm the subject of HOA. Said everybody been talking about me, my house. I don't keep up with my house. I got liens. I don't pay my fines. Everything.
Now that's some interesting stuff he just said right there. It sounds to me like she's trying to find a way to get him out of the neighborhood. Now she's making up even more stuff, because see, the thing is, she tells one line and tells another line, another line, another line. They just kind of compound themselves. She's trying to get him out of the neighborhood, and he probably, and I'm almost certain he does, has way more wealth than she ever would. If she doesn't like it, she can depart.
How do I know? Because she told me. Karen.
What's her name?
Kate.
He said, she told me, Karen. The lady asked him, what's her name? Kate. I wonder if that's her actual name. Now notice, ever since the black woman came out and said what she said, Karen, or as we now know her as Kate, got real quiet. No more of the, oh my God, he was speeding through the neighborhood. He tried to hit me. You don't hear none of that. It got really quiet. Now, I don't know how much else is going to show, because in the smaller video that I saw of this, it cuts off after a certain point. It doesn't get this far into it. So everything that I'm listening to or watching up until this point, or from this point forward, is new to me as it is new to you, unless you've already seen it.
Close enough, Kate. So when I drove by, she said she called the police. I was like, cool. I'm going to sit right here till they come.
Wow.
I'm going to sit right here till they come.
And she over there crying? Cause
Yo, she just started crying just now.
Oh, when they rolled up.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, she started crying.
What? This is crazy to me. Yo, this is real life, people. Dude, this is unbelievable. I've never been a part of nothing like this in my life. Never. Am I good? I'm fine.
And I mean, she crying.
Bro, she just brought them tears out. She just brought.
And it's funny that when she just started crying like that, because it reminded me of, I think it was a TikTok video that went viral. It was a bunch of white women on there, just immediately going, like, crying on cue. I forgot what the name of the video was, but some of y'all remember it. And that's exactly what she did. I wonder if she watched a tutorial. It's literally almost like a tutorial on how to cry on cue for these white women.
Brought those tears out before she got here. It was fuck you this, fuck you that, everything. Oh yeah, before I got here, it was all of that. The police showed up. Oh, the tears started flowing.
I thought they.
She knew exactly when to cry. He said before the police got there, she was cussing them out and everything. But the minute that they rolled up, that's when the theatrics and the waterworks kicked in. And that's what a lot of these Karens do. They know who to put the act on for and when to turn it off. Because they feel that they have the police in their back pocket. And in most cases, they do have them in their back pocket. And they know that. It's all a part of the privilege that they have.
They were supposed to start finding them for profiling.
Oh, man, it's all good.
On black people just because they black.
First of all, I said I wasn't speeding. And then they're going to tell me.
But she don't have no speed.
No, I got it. But she said, we didn't say you were speeding. We told you need to slow down. So what does that mean? If you telling me I need to slow down, that means I was speeding.
Double speak.
Right? Yeah. So then she said I went after her, and I was like, nah, I came over here because you said you was calling 911. You was calling the police. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to sit right here and wait till.
Now, keep this in mind. Keep in mind, and I didn't pick this up before, but it just clicked for me. Remember how he was saying that she was, like, mentioning how she was calling people, like, HOA and all that kind of stuff, saying that a lot of stuff was going on at his home. And then this happens. And then she calls the police. Like I said, she wants him. She's trying to get him up out of that neighborhood. That's all it really is. She doesn't want him there. Like I said, if she doesn't like it, then you can leave. But see, the thing is, her lies are like literally stumbling over themselves, and they're catching up with her. Again, she's still very quiet.
The police come.
Now she wants to act like she's on her best behavior.
I'm going to talk to George Lopez, since I'm the subject, whoever the HO is. Since I'm the subject of the meetings, I'm going to ask them, what do I need to do since I can stop? I'm barely even here. And then told me you're living in a low budget neighborhood. Oh yeah, I live in a low budget neighborhood, but she living in here with me.
Good one. Right now, Terrell is just like, he's just trolling her at this point. But he made a good point. He said, you said I'm living in a low budget neighborhood, but you live in the same neighborhood with me in the same living quarters. Like, you are my neighbor. Like, make that make sense. I guess that means you low budget too.
I'm living in a low budget neighborhood. But oh, this all good. I ain't tripping. She don't know nothing. I got 2 houses. I'm not even worried about that. But that's how she was coming at me. So when I called her Karen, husband want to tell me, oh, stop calling her Karen.
Oh, to the husband, you are a weak dude. You let your wife act out at night in the open with another man in the way that she was carrying on, and you did not want to stop her. Which means to me, that lets me know who wears the pants in that relationship.
Man, I'm not. They thought I was just gonna bow down and listen to all that mess. Okay. This is where we are. This is where we are, America. This is where we are. Then you heard what she said? I came after her.
See, another lie, saying that he came after her as if he was the big black boogeyman again. I said all the historical tropes keep coming back in rotation with this situation. It's like, how many movies did she watch to get this kind of lie concocted?
I came after her. Her husband right there, but I came after her.
So he wasn't gonna protect her.
Exactly. The lady just said the correct thing. If he was coming after her and her husband's right there, the lady said, so her husband not going to protect her? Exactly. You think her husband, no matter what his size is, and no matter what size Terrell Owens is, you don't think he's going to make an attempt to stop and defend his wife from being attacked? Okay.
This is unbelievable. I ain't never seen no real life Karen in life, but this, I see one. She said I came after her. Come, oh, you just said it. You came after me.
See, I told her, you're talking to me, not to her anymore, all right?
All right.
Just relax.
I'm good.
Okay, now it sounds like he's about to talk to one of the cops.
Dude,
Like I told her, if you yell at somebody, people are bound to respond. It's a reaction.
But my reaction was, she yelled at me and told me, slow down, you're speeding. Sir, my mailbox is right there.
Yeah.
I stopped right there in front of that house. That's where the mailbox was.
Yeah.
So why am I speeding past the mailbox if that's where I'm going? Why am I speeding?
Right.
It's 10 o'clock at night. Why am I speeding to my mailbox?
Right.
That makes no sense.
Right.
And ain't nothing in there but bills. Ain't nothing in there but bills.
And then she want to try to insult me and say I live in a low budget neighborhood because of who I am, but you living here with me.
It's just your identification.
Yes, man. Man, it's wild, man. I told you, when she said she called 911, I just pulled her. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to sit right here and wait on it then.
That's the best thing to do. You pulled out your phone, you record the same thing as I told her. If you think something is happening, you report it,
Right.
you give us a call.
She can show all the footage she want to.
Yeah.
Fuck you, this and that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
So this is what we...
This whole corner right here, all the way down past my house is BSO. So why would we be acting a fool in the neighborhood?
Man, this is... Hey, this is wild.
Like I said, I have to give a huge shout out to that black woman that came out there and pretty much backed him up. Like she could have just stayed to herself and just let whatever happens just happen. But when the minute she came out there and said she was in her garage and heard, what was going on, because I'm sure that's what made her come out. She was like, I was sitting in my garage. I didn't hear anybody speeding or see anybody speeding. And like I said, the white woman got real quiet when the black woman came up and said that. She was probably like, oh shit. I thought nobody else was here. I thought it was just us. Because I guarantee you, if that black woman didn't come out and say what she said, that white woman would have still been carrying on. And let's be clear here. This woman said that you are a black man that approached a white woman. We ain't going to forget that. That could easily get lost. But when I was looking at the comment section on his page and on the other page that I originally saw this at, well, the shortened version, a lot of the comments said, you are a black man approaching a white woman. She said that out of her mouth. Like, there's no way you can claim that she didn't. She said that in a tone of, how dare you as a black woman, as a black man, dare come near me. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care if you was in the NFL or what your name is or whatever. You are still a black man in America. Don't you ever approach me as the supreme being that is a white woman. That's literally the vibe that she gave off.
BSO.
My mailbox.
BSO, all out.
Yeah, my mailbox. It can't be about 3 football fields or so from my door.
Anybody touch anybody?
Nah. But you heard what she said. She said I came after her. You heard that yourself. But then I just said it, and she said she didn't say it. She said I came after her. Really? And then he wondered why I call her Karen. Quit calling. That's what Karens do. Come on, man. I'm like, I don't do this, bro. I've never gotten in any trouble when I was playing. I don't get involved in any stuff like this. So for her to come at me like that, that's why I did that. That's why I came over and I'm like, okay, cool. You want to come at me sideways? I'm going to come at you back sideways.
Understandable. Understandable. That's it. It's just words.
No, sir, I'm not going to get anywhere out of trying to, again.
And one thing I'm not liking with this line of questioning that they're giving him is they're trying to make it seem like they're on his side, but they're not on his side. It's almost like they're trying to make it seem like, yeah, we know he's completely innocent, but there could be still a level of suspicion that could make him guilty of what he's being accused of. As if this chick did not make up this entire thing to try to get Terrell Owens hemmed up. Like that, I don't like. I do not. That's one thing I don't like. And how ironic. One of the cops, I don't know if both of them are, but I know one of them is a black cop himself. I'm telling you, some of them be sometimes worse than their white counterparts.
Touch her husband was right there, whatever. For what? But she's not finna talk to me crazy and then tell me I'm doing something that I wasn't doing and then get over here and get a reaction. She wasn't doing no crime before you got here. As soon as she started, I guess, giving her side of the story, the tears came down. Come on, man. This is unreal. I've been here 2 days. 2 days.
Well, with that said, anything else you need from us?
Man, no, man. I just wanted to make sure because I knew at some point y'all were going to come to my door. So I just stayed right here till y'all got here.
Appreciate it.
So I don't know why she thought I was finna run somewhere, but she wasn't finna sit up here and talk to me crazy, this and that, yeah, fuck you, this and that, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine.
And let me just say that Terrell Owens pretty much did everything correct. Like, good thing he did not run into his house because then that would have made him look guilty. And that's the other thing with how a lot of white people operate, even today, in this situation right here. They want to go back to that moment in time where this kind of stuff was flying off the rails and it would go their way. It's a reason why I call Carolyn Bryant the queen of white privilege and Karenhood. Because she literally laid the foundation and the blueprint for all these other Karens out here to run amok. Like, this is like literally looking, this is almost looking almost exactly like a Carolyn Bryant of today, and Terrell Owens would have been Emmett Till.
That's what I have been.
If you folks would, you go ahead to your residence. All right, go ahead. You can get into your vehicle, sir.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that's pretty much the end of the video. Like, that's pretty much, and I don't have to play it all the way to the end. It's just a few seconds left, and at that point, he just walked into his car. He's probably going to address some more of his followers, and he cuts off the video. But yeah, Karen, that chick is crazy. And when I'm talking about that chick, I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about the Karens as a universe, you know, all of them as a collective. That's the word I was looking for. But like I said, the minute that black woman came out there and addressed the situation and said that I was in my garage the whole time and didn't hear nothing and he wasn't speeding, she got real quiet. That's why I like give kudos to her for doing that, because who knows what would have happened if she didn't say anything or if she just happened to not be there. You know, and I don't know how many other people might have come out and saw this after the fact, but she took it upon herself and just happened to say something. So I'm very appreciative that she did say something. But that chick on the bike, the Karen named Kate, she needs to be charged immediately. See, if you start charging people like her, then the rest will think twice about doing this again. That's why it irked me when Christian Cooper up in New York had the golden opportunity. I mean, he had the opportunity of a lifetime that many black people before him never had the opportunity to do. And that was to really stick it to that white woman in the park. They literally said, do you want to go forward pressing charges against her? You even had Andrew Cuomo, even with all the stuff that he was dealing with, literally prepare to put pen to paper to sign a bill for the state of New York to, it was basically like it was like an anti-Karen. I'm just, you know, making something up. It was basically like an anti-Karen bill that basically said that if people do something like that and they make false calls for whatever reason or some situation like that, that they would definitely do some jail time. But he dropped the ball immensely. And she ended up walking. A bill didn't get signed. That's why so many people got so mad at him. And we're still mad with him to this day. That's probably one of the first pieces of legislation that could have passed for black people and black people only. And he dropped the ball. Do you realize that if this actually went through successfully, how he would have been looked at in the black community despite his sexuality? Because no one cared that he was in the academy. No one really cared. No one even knew. But then when we found out that he was like, oh, okay. Then when we found out who his mate was, oh, now it really makes sense. Then he got that job with National Geographic. It's like, oh, there it is. That's the payoff. But if he had went and followed through like he was supposed to, he would have been seen as a hero in the black community. Like, he would have gotten so much praise from black people for the rest of his life. Just like those other black men that dropped the ball with the Starbucks situation. They could have stuck it to Starbucks. Like, literally, y'all could have sued the pants off of them. And all y'all took was $1. And what was it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know what it is with some of these new Negroes. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's up with some of these old ones either. But had that been me in either one of those situations, we going to the bank. We are going to the bank and we're cleaning house. But I just wanted to end it off on that note. Shout out to Terrell Owens for recording this situation. I'm glad that he did. I'm glad I was able to do a breakdown of the situation. F that Karen. Shout out to that black woman that came out and gave him that wonderful assist. Because this could have went a whole nother way. It really could have. But that's going to end it on this note. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like and share the content on your social media platforms. All the links will be down in the description. Have the bell click to be notified when I upload a new video or go live. Have your notifications set to all, and I will talk to you in the next one.